Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for some more of the Perth Sevens. This one, massive game. Fiji versus New Zealand. Now, France recently beating Samoa meant that they are currently sitting first on Pool C's table. Currently, it would be South Africa taking on the French. And the quarters for New Zealand, if they lose this game by 8 points or more, the Fijians actually would assist Samoa into making their way through to the quarterfinals. But New Zealand, they have had 1 win, 1 loss. They started their Sevens campaign with a loss to France, 33 points to 17. They had golden point time up against the Samoans, which happened just prior to the end of the day, and they were able to win it. And at those final moments for the Fijians, they have had 2 wins from 2, beating Samoa by 7, and also winning their game up against the French, also going to golden point. But they were victorious in that one. For their starting lineup, it is Josefa Talatholo, Filippo Bukiaro, Punipate Loganamasi. It is also going to be Vole coming into the starting lineup, so the first chance for him. Kimaneli Rosaku, Waisen Natungu, and Joshua Vakunarabili, the last man in the starting lineup for the Fijians. For New Zealand, Leroy Carter, Naroi McGarvey Black, Regan Ware, Molia, Kulia Rokalisoa, Sam Dixon, Scott Curry. But New Zealand will be kicking off this one from right to left, like I said, for Samoa to make their way through. Fiji will need to beat New Zealand by 8 points or more. And Josefa Talatolo already in his in-goal area, being forced backwards. Fiji taking some risks here that's been past dead. And New Zealand, after a brilliant kickoff, will find themselves now with a 5-metre scrum just out from Fiji's line. Fiji should be battle-hardened already, so no excuses, says Simi Souza. And there is Antos Vititoso and Fiji 24-10 over New Zealand, says Nadro, and Fiji will win over New Zealand and win the Perth Cup, says Semi. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier on. It's the longest drought for Fiji in terms of actually winning titles that they have had in approximately 18 years, somewhere around there. Their last longest losing streak in finals and not winning titles was in 2005. So it's been a while for the Fijians, but New Zealand putting them under pressure straight away here. Ball is fed in. Now, Waikato pass from Naroi McGarvey Black does sit up for Regan Ware, who has taken it very nicely. 10 metres out from the line. Akulia Rokalisoa goes out to Dixon, over the top to Curry, who finds the offload away to Sione Molia, but he is dragged down 2 metres short of the line. And the main title they need to maintain is the Olympics, says 7 run there. Oh, big call. Josefa Talatolo has just been yellow carded for deliberately being offside. So he will spend the next 2 minutes in the bin. This puts New Zealand in the box seat to then score some early points. But they have called for the scrum. Up to go for it here. Kulia Rokalisoa. Be feeding this ball into the scrum for New Zealand. They've got Naroi McGarvey Black situated pretty much directly behind the scrum. Going to be the man they use as their playmaker here. The scrum is successful. Naroi McGarvey Black, short ball to Leroy Carter, who bursts straight through the Fijian defence. That being a lighter than normal Fijian defence with 1 man in the bin. But New Zealand strike first, 5 points to 0. Favour of the Kiwis. Now I should mention, no matter what, Fiji are through to the next round. It is just a question of who they will be playing in this contest. More than likely, it will either be South Africa if they win this game, or if they don't, they will be playing the second-ranked Pool B team. That kick has gone over from New Zealand to now give them the 7-0 win, or the lead, I should say. Kulia Rokalisoa kicking off long. Nicely taken there by Filippo Bukiaro. Now go off to the right-hand side. Trying to break through the line. Another offload coming there. Nice step-in ability of Filippo Bukiaro, but he is drilled into the turf by Leroy Carter. Ball stolen by New Zealand, but there was a partial knock-on, so Fiji will now have themselves the scrum feed here again. Now Bokayaro driven into the turf by Leroy Carter, who is a very physical individual for the New Zealanders. Also one of the quickest in the team. Makes him a real X-factor player. The way that it currently sits, it would be Australia versus France and Fiji versus South Africa. Is how this would currently sit, with Fiji being within 7. Josefa Talatholo still 10 seconds off the field for him. Fiji retaining their own scrum now. Waisea Natungu trying to go to the short side. Kulia Rokaliso was quick enough to be able to shut it down. The ball has come out the side, and Sam Dixon now takes it back for New Zealand. Rokalisoa goes off to Sione Molia, who wanted to go for that skip pass. Has worked out not too badly for him. Leroy Carter, one more pass on the outside to Regan Ware. Good step from him. Gets it off to Carter, who doesn't reach out. He didn't realise how close he was to the line. But this time it's Regan Ware who will manage to score himself the try here. Yellow card of Fiji became costly. 2 tries being scored by New Zealand throughout the 2-minute period. In the breakdown, it's been scrappy. I feel like New Zealand versus France, for the reason of those scrappier breakdowns, could be a really intriguing matchup if it does end up taking place in the Perth Sevens. Like I've said, easy money for New Zealand to get that try around the side of the breakdown when you're only 1 metre out. It's extremely hard to defend in sevens. Kick from Rokalisoa has gone over, and New Zealand now with a 14-0 lead over the Fijians. Definitely not the start to the match that Fiji would want. Now, I should mention, Fiji came back when they were 14 points down up against France to take it to golden point and then to win the whole game. So they aren't out of it yet. It's going to be kicked off short by New Zealand. It has just travelled the 10 metres for Sam Dixon. So will now be play on for New Zealand in possession. Rokalisoa going across now to Sione Molia as Curry with him. The pass is wayward, goes behind. And now New Zealand have conceded the line out. And have the best start to their sevens campaign, of course, having that defeat to France, which is why I mentioned about that scrappy breakdown. Perhaps we will get to see a rematch of that contest in the near future. Josefa Talatholo losing the line out there. Another mistake from Fiji allows New Zealand to once again attack. Leroy Carter loses his footing, does decide to take a knee when Loganamasi was making the tackle on him. Going off to this left-hand side now, Sione Molia goes to Naroi McGarvey Black. It's a forward pass, but the ball has also gone into touch. So 2 options for Fiji. I think they'll go for the scrum here. Currently, the way that the group sits, it would actually have Fiji sitting in 3rd in their grouping, which would be quite a shock for them to finish 3rd after the start that they've had, definitely because they have got 2 wins under their belt. A 1 minute, I should say, remaining in this first half. Another scrum feed for the Fijians with Filippo Bokayaro. It is 2 versus 4. What's going on, Fiji? Some run there, but Filippo Bokayaro going off to the left-hand side. Loganamasi passes it out wide to Kimanali Rasaku. Now Leroy Carter just manages to make that tackle. That'll be a knock-on the ground from Fiji, although the referee has said play on. I think he's got away with one. Volley, going off to Bokayaro. Good step, another offload for the Fijians. This time Josefa Talatholo got it to Bokayaro. The ball's gone backwards, they say. In fact, now they're saying it's a knock-on against New Zealand. And it will now be another scrum feed for the Fijians with 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Leroy Carter taking a calf to the face there, but managed to make that tackle on Filippo Bokayaro. They were just about to show that knock on, but the coverage cut away. Fiji, they are up against it in this game. New Zealand have started extremely well, but like I said, Fiji have been down by 14 before at half-time and managed to come back to draw the game to then go on to win in extra time. Fed in again, big scrum feed from New Zealand, but Fiji retain. Now Waisea Natungu inside ball after Loganamasi, who has been sensational throughout the 7th circuit so far in this league. Josefa Talatholo taken down, another offload. Loganamasi gets it on the outside, just dragged down. And New Zealand diving on that ball, but it will be the penalty against Sione Molia. Filippo Bucchiaro takes the quick tap. Logan Amasi across. Tuva Kunarabili gets the offload to Logan Amasi. And Fiji will score it right at the end of the first half to help get themselves back into this contest. Come on, no. See his happy-faced man there. Great bit of work from the Kurabili. Showing off his athleticism. Sam Dixon got wrong-footed, and Logan Amasi again will be the man who crosses the try line for the Fijians. He's bringing back Fiji. The crowd loving it. Come on, the All Blacks. See his happy-faced man. Only 7 points difference at halftime can change a game very quickly in a game of sevens. All it takes is one little moment, one great attacking play, and they'll find themselves exactly where they want to be. I might go like this. And like this. Fiji are underdogs in this contest, I should mention, as we currently sit, but that does not mean that they will be underdogs at the end of this contest. Definitely not if they are able to get themselves another try just around the corner, which could be on the cards for the Flying Fijians. But the last minute try from Logan Amasi, we saw 2 tries being scored from New Zealand, one by Regan Ware and one by Leroy Carter. The heat will start to get to the sides anyone's game right now. Exactly right. No matter what happens in that first half, both of these sides still have the capabilities of coming out of this game with the win in the second. And I think that's why it is always so entertaining when they play, because you never quite know what you're going to get, and you don't know who's going to walk away with the win until the very end. Getting ads for Harvey Norman at the moment. They're trying to make me buy a TV. There's one already in the background. We do not need another. The experienced heads of the New Zealanders, that might be where they've got that little bit of an advantage over Fiji for the second half, although that's not to say that Fiji don't have advantages of their own. I believe that their speed in the second half, a couple of those X-Factor players, one in particular, Taria Tamani, when he makes his way onto the field, you always know it's going to be a very exciting time. And why don't you do this for the BBL finals? Why didn't you do this for the BBL finals and other BBL games? I assume you're talking about the commentary. And it was mainly because we just didn't do enough of the games throughout the season, I felt, to warrant doing just the final. I felt like it would be a bit unfair if we were only to cover the big match rather than doing the hard work beforehand. What's your prediction for the quarterfinals? Very hard to say. At the moment, I'm predicting New Zealand, Fiji, and France from this group will make their way through. There are a couple unknowns in Pool B at the moment for who will be advancing. Nice run forward from Sam Dixon. New Zealand going to be trying their absolute hardest to score 2 more tries here, as that should almost get the job done up against this Fijian side. Big run forward from Scott Curry. My prediction at the start of this game, or in fact in my preview for this contest, was 19 points to 7 in favour of the Fijians. Big run from Leroy Carter though. I said New Zealand would only score 14, although a little note that I made at the end, I said New Zealand have the potential, if they play well, they could score 4 or 5 tries in this game. Currently getting forced backwards as Regan Ware allows that ball to get popped out, and the penalty does actually go the way of New Zealand. Offside in the breakdown against Filippo Bucchiaro. Where the table currently sits means that Fiji would actually finish top of the group because they are within 7. Just shows you how different it can all become just with 1 try being scored. But New Zealand kicked that one towards the corner. And like they've said, Fiji, whether they win or lose, should still go through on the technicality of being the best 3rd ranked side. Fiji versus South Africa, though, would be quite the quarterfinal matchup, and I actually hope that that doesn't happen. I hope that in some regards Fiji aren't going head-to-head with South Africa, because that could be a very good side getting knocked out either way in that match. But Rokalisoa goes across the Naroi Makavi Black. Short ball there. It was forward from New Zealand. Naroi Makavi Black not happy about it, but it now means Fiji have got themselves another chance here. Be able to get back into this contest. And to their credit, they've been trying. New Zealand have got themselves the lead, but just seems to be every once in a while, the little error gives Fiji half a glimmer of hope in this contest. New Zealand to win the Olympic Sevens in France, says Happy Face Man. 3 line breaks at the moment so far. Handling errors, we have seen 5 coming from New Zealand at this stage, compared to just the one of the Fijians. Finally, a normal time for the Sevens to be on, says Marty, and we will be covering the quarterfinals as well on the channel, ladies and gents. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Nicely offloaded back. Good low tackle made around the bootlaces of Kiminelli Rasaku. Now Sevo Mothinothangi looking for his next offload, but Tim Mickelson puts the hands around. Ref keeping Fiji in the game, says Thomas Heta. And shall Fiji bring it back there as well, but now breakdown work. That one's a very hard one to call. The referee has just let it play on. Now Kiminelli Rasaku breaks the line. It's going to be a foot race. He's had a bit of a juggle of the ball. No one actually touched him, but the penalty will go the way of Fiji. I don't know what's happened there. It looks like he might have hurt himself, but luckily he is back to his feet. Great dummy cell from Te Reo Tamani. X-Factor player once again strikes. And Fiji back into the contest. Fiji scored a try, says Marty Nix. They certainly did go. Fiji go, says Avakesh. And the brilliant All Blacks, says Happy Face Man. And there as well. And like I said, Fiji can cause a comeback. Brilliant sell of the dummy. Seldna Roy McGarvey Black the wrong way. Once again showing off that X factor off the bench that he can offer. And this puts New Zealand and Fiji in a difficult position in this contest because they are now 14 all, 3.5 minutes remaining in the half. You see Fiji taking this one. My prediction was 19 points to 14 in favour of Fiji. I think. Yeah, I think that was the score that I predicted. And they are a mighty fine team. Says Simran there as well. Yeah, I'm going to stick with that prediction. I think Fiji have still got one more try in them. New Zealand could still have one in them too, though. Maybe even a couple. If they get a good little bit of a run with the ball in hand. It's all about possession at this stage of the contest. Scott Curry goes across to Cody Vi. Basically, South Africa awaits if South Africa or if Fiji loses here. If I'm not wrong, says Simi Souza. Or it's actually more, if Fiji win, they will face South Africa in the next round. That is going to be the penalty advantage now this time to New Zealand. They will go back for the penalty. All Blacks to win. Says Happy Face Man. And also is there time for just one more position? Or possession, says John. Yep, still plenty of time. 2.5 minutes remaining. Need New Zealand minus 6.5. There's Marty, and New Zealand have now kicked that one into touch. The line out. And new member on the channel is Issa. Welcome in, mate. Oh, here we go. And noted Fiji win. Then it's South Africa. Yeah. And then if New Zealand win this game by 8 or more, Fiji will actually play someone completely different, I believe, in the grouping. It might actually be someone like Ireland or Australia. But now, Roy McGarvey Black trying to bulldoze his way forward. Liam has said what's going on. Keep it there. Welcome in, Liam. You are doing extremely well. That is a penalty to Fiji now. Quick tap taken. Now going off to the right-hand side for the Fijians. Nice stepping from Filippo Bocayaro. He shoved off one. Offload on the outside to Vailawa now. Oh, big shot on Talatolo. I don't think there were a lot of arms involved there from Cody Vi. Probably lucky not away the penalty advantage. Now again, Fiji taking it to ground inside of the 22 now. Mothinothangi. Big step. Offload over the top, but he's given the ball back into the hands of the New Zealanders. Now Mickelson, he's going to have to test out his legs to see if he can run the full length of the field. He says, nah, I'm not doing that. So he throws the ball away to Cody Vi, who has to step and has managed to do so. Around Riri, stolen ball, no. The penalty goes the way of the All Blacks Sevens. Again, New Zealand will win this. Says Liam Porter in Blitzbox versus the All Blacks. Says Happy Face Man. Now Roy McGarvey Black. We will go to golden point if no one is able to score in the final moments of this contest. Scott Curry protecting the ball at the breakdown, putting in an North 4. Goes off to Regan Weir. He did score in the first half. Oh, he's been tip-tackled there. And that looked like a knock-on from New Zealand. Another mistake here right near the closing moments. Allows 30 seconds for Fiji to be able to attack now. Mickelson just a bit too far out in front with the pass from Fininanofo, I should say. Like that, there we go. New Zealand will win this, says Liam as well. If Fiji do concede a try, well, that's the thing. New Zealand will still get the losing bonus point, which will keep them in the top 3, I believe. Because they wouldn't have lost by a big enough margin for Samoa to overtake them. And All Blacks the best. Says happy face man. Now they're going to have to show if their defence is the best, as they find themselves 22 metres out from their line with a rampant Fijian attack coming straight at them. Filippo Bukiaro defeated in Fiji, 14, New Zealand 20. Says Liam for his prediction. So predicting another try for the Kiwis, but Filippo Bukiaro going to the short side, running out of space, almost ended up running into Tasho Sefatalatolo. Another offload there. It's gone backwards on Mofino Thangi, gets it to Toria Valawa, who once again goes for that dummy sell, but this time New Zealand were aware of it. Another Valo, he cuts through, and Fiji will score between the post and win this contest. That is what happens when there's this final moment in a game and Fiji are still in the hunt. Well, you picked 19-14 scoreline, yeah, although unfortunately they will get this conversion over, so it will make it 21-14. So I wasn't quite correct, but I was very close. New Zealand, they will, I believe, still go through to the next game in the quarterfinals. Well, spot on, says John. And if everyone remembers what I said at halftime, Fiji, they were 14-0 down, and I said that they've done it before and they'll do it again, and they have done it again, beating New Zealand 19 points to 14. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back later on tonight for the quarterfinal fixtures. So be sure to keep an eye out for those. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all. Thank you very much, Robert, as well. Hugely appreciate it. We are popping back to the Sevens live stream, the cricket live stream now. But I will see you all for the next one.